we follow with his presentation, and after that, Mr. Dxn again.
Yes.
And short session of questions will be on the end. Yeah? Okay, so let's start.
Okay, let's start. Okay, we are ready? So post break. Okay. Now sometimes I get so lost in talking, that I don't realize time. Time just goes away. Because the fact is, I believe in it so much. And the same thing will happen to you when you start taking Ganoderma. Now let's go to the fact that how much should I take? How much of Ganoderma is good for me? If you look at here, this is a standard presentation, official presentation of the company, which you can get if you want to. You can just ask for the slides and you can take them. And if you want to present it again, you can use these slides. Okay, so here it's like when you start something new to your body, always start with one pair. Why I say that is because it's introducing something new to your body. Okay, so start with one pair every day. And this is also when you suggest somebody about Ganoderma. Start with one pair every day. One pair is such a low dose, that there can never be a problem with it. Okay, so nobody will ever come up with a problem. But you're building trust. You're building that assurance that it is safe for you. Okay, then you go to 2 pairs on the 2nd week, then you go to 4 pairs on the 3rd week, and then you can go to 4th week, you can go to 6 pairs, which is...
What do you mean by that,
pairs? I told you, right? Husband-wife? Pair, they are in pair. Okay, so RG-GR. When I say pair, it is RG-GR. Okay, so keep them together. It's the theory of the yin and yang. Okay, the positive and the negative. So they come in balance. You always take the whole together. Okay, now sometimes we need to also understand that there will be people who say there's no response, nothing is happening to me with this dose, okay? Then at times you need to increase the dosage, okay? Because sometimes you take a cloth, you dip it in the water, and you have kept it for a long time, but you're squeezing it and nothing is coming out. Then what do? You squeeze it hard, right? Sometimes you need to do that. Sometimes your body has toxins, but the dose becomes so less that you need a little higher dose to cause the diuretic effect, so that you actually can flush that out. And that's when you talk. I told you, talk to your people, talk to yourself, what is happening, then increase your dosage. You can increase it by 2 pairs on an incremental basis, till the point the person says that with this dosage, like after me passing my urine now, after I take this dosage with 2 glasses of water, in another half an hour to 45 minutes, I get another sensation to pass urine. That means that within 30 to 45 minutes, the water that you took has actually cleaned up your system, found its way to the bladder and out. And that's a very good sign that Ganoderma has worked on you. Okay, that's a good sign. So you can increase the dosage depending on what feedback you get from the people. If people get some reactions and they feel the toxins are going out and the situation is manageable, just a little rash here and there, a little cough, and a little loose motion, and they are manageable. So you can tell the guy, it's just like that, you can manage it up, it is all going to be okay. It's fine. They can continue on that dosage because it's acting on them. If the situation is unmanageable, a lot of toxins are getting released and the person is not able to manage it, then you go is by reducing the dosage. And the best thing is to reduce it by half, exactly 50%. So somebody was taking 6 pairs, you go to 3 pairs. Okay, so the person feels okay. So he first needs to believe that the toxins are going out, but he cannot manage the situation, so he needs to go on half the dosage. Now, the time factor is very important. Now, what I mean to say time factor is, it's not about doing it one shot, one day. It's about doing it over a period of time. This is lifestyle. We are a lifestyle modification company. We don't change things in weeks and probably in days, but probably over years, we change you completely. Okay? So it's important that your association with DXN and DXN products continues for a minimum of 6 months and more. Okay? That's where your journey should start. Because real transformation, even if your red blood cells have to change, they need at least 90 to 120 days to change. Okay? So that is what the time you need to give to your body. So make sure that you convince somebody for yourself first that you need to take it for a longer period of time to see a permanent change. Okay? Next slide, please. Okay, now, this is very important. Now, acidic versus alkaline theory. Now, most of the food that we eat not only lacks nutrients, but is also acidic. Now, what happens in an acidic environment is the cells die. Okay? Now, for example, our body blood fluid, the body blood is basically acidic or alkaline?
Which one?
The blood, the plasma. Is it acidic or alkaline? Alkaline. Yeah, it's around 7.35 to around 2.42. That's where it ranges. It's a slightly alkaline. Now let me ask you, what about saliva? Is it acidic or alkaline? Acidic, yeah. Because now understand what the fluid does. If it's acidic, it breaks down things, it processes, digests, right? Alkaline fluid or alkaline environment is where the life thrives. Your blood has blood cells in it and it needs to be alkaline. But the food you eat, the lifestyle you take, all this makes your blood more acidic. And once the blood becomes acidic, that's where the damage starts. And over a period of time, you start having inflammatory conditions. Because every disease, you name the disease on earth, it has the basic root in inflammation. Okay? And it all begins with the food you eat. And that's why you need a lifestyle products that are alkaline. And most of the products, all 95% of the products of ours are all alkaline. And primarily, if you look at RGGL, is also alkaline. How? It actually does the diuresis effect. It cleans up your system so that it takes away the acid out of your body. Okay? So one thing you will notice if you take regular Ganoderma, that your urine becomes more whiter, more, not too acidic, the color changes and everything, and you have a lot of flow. And that's a very good sign to say that you're in complete mode of prevention of any disease. Okay? So, next slide, please. So now, the enzyme theory. Now, along with we also, nutrition, we need enzymes in your body. And if we have pre-digested enzymes, which our ancestors knew very well, like our yogurt was natural enzymes that we use, the bacteria fermentation, that we use for us to process our food, so that the food can be digested very well. Now, in this you have to understand that our gut, your intestine, basically if you look at it like this, and with its all like that, they actually are not just a skin tissue or something like just like that. They are like, you can say, a big landmass where there is a lot of other bacteria living, okay? And these bacteria, they live here and they feed on the stuff that you give, okay? So if you put fiber, if you put good stuff, these bacteria, they thrive. If you put acidic food and all that other stuff, these bacteria die. And if these bacteria die, your whole digestive process goes down, okay? So like, for example, if you have diarrhea, you lose the bacterial flora and then you have to take lactobacillus, right? So similarly, we need some things like enzymes which can help in digesting our food and also processing in other bodily processes, formation of hormones and other things in your body. So enzymes can be actually produced by the body, but they can be supported. Again, I'm telling we support the body's mechanism by having some naturally made enzymes made outside, put inside the body so that it helps. Like we have more enzyme, or we can have codipine. Okay, these are natural enzymes you can take, they can improve your digestion. Along with that, they can also pass through your system very easily. So taking codipine is helping cordyceps to pass through your system much more easily. Okay, same with more enzyme, helping Moringa citrifolia to pass through your system more easily and more faster. Okay, next slide. Now, green theory. Green theory is all about having green food, have green vegetables, fibers are very important. 80% of your bacteria here feed on the fiber. If you lack fiber, you've lost 80% of the bacteria because they have starved to death. And then you live with this 20% only, feeding on the stuff that you put. But putting green fiber is very important. And here, along with the green food, we have an amazing supplement that we call Spirulina. Spirulina really helps to build up your blood cells. And it really it becomes a source of all the vitamins that you need. All iron, your vitamin B1, B2, B3, vitamin B12, your magnesium, calcium, all the multi-minerals that you need for your body to function and develop the red blood cells. So Spirulina is not only alkaline, probably the most alkaline food that you can give it from children to pregnant women to everybody. And this can be consumed by everyone. You can always go, as I said, the dosage can be 2 capsules 3 times a day to start with, and depending on the situation you can increase it. Okay, very, very good food. And how safe is it? Very, very safe. You can even take the whole bottle. It will not harm you. Like for example, I always show in one of my slides, the flamingos, the birds flamingos, they completely feed on this. They don't eat fish. They love this algae, and if you go and you'll do some Google, you'll see these flamingos only eating this algae the whole day for weeks, and that gives them their beautiful color, the red color that they have on their mane. So we have Spirulina. Whom do you give this to? People suffering from lethargy, weakness, fatigue, acidic body, people with low hemoglobin. Okay, you can definitely give Spirulina to them. Kind of a multi-vitamin, multi-mineral supplement. Okay, everybody can take it, from a child who's newborn to an old person also. Next slide, please. Okay, skincare series we have. Probably we don't have the aloe vera range here, right?
For now, no.
For now, no. But again, let's go with the theory. Whatever is good for your stomach is definitely good for your skin. Okay, so you will see people in DXN, they take Ganoderma or Spirulina and they put on the face. Okay, they do these packs and all those things, and people say, "What crazy? Just eat it." But sometimes transdermal, through the skin, absorption is much more higher and better, and it goes directly into your skin. So even application like that, like suppose a kid doesn't want to take, okay, don't take. Can you play with the kid with applying a little Spirulina mask? That is the way you can push Spirulina into the system. Okay, an adult who doesn't want to take it, you can still put it on his body, do a nice massage. You can find your own way, but also passing thing through your skin is a way. Aloe vera is very, very good for your skin, and it not only binds your skin and prevents aging of the skin, it also helps in retaining water. It's got these amazing anti-hydrating properties that it can help moisture in your skin, and if the skin maintains its moisture, it stops from cracking and drying out, and that's an amazing thing. So we have an aloe vera series with us. Next slide, Jimmy. Okay, so where does our product come? Whom can we suggest our product? One is, first, you have to be a loyal consumer. You first need to believe. If you don't believe and if you don't take it, never ever talk about it, share about it. Okay, first that's the first rule. If you believe it, and if you have experienced something, then never shy in telling about it, okay? Because then you have to talk about it to everyone. And we have products that range not from individuals suffering from diseases, but for everyone, because everybody has gone from the 2 cell to 4 cell to the 8 cell to the 16th cell, okay? And they've become millions of cells. So from pregnant woman, now let's take some products, okay? What products would you suggest for a pregnant woman? Very good. Okay, let's try. So we'll do a recap, okay? I'm sure you all know it. So pregnant woman, Spirulina. What else? Can you suggest? RGGL.
And the coffee with RGGL.
Okay, coffee also. Okay. Anything else you would like to tell?
Noni, Morinji.
Morinji, okay. Okay, anything else?
Everything.
That's it. Because see now, but suddenly you tell everything you should take, the person says, get lost. You're trying to push everything on me. Find out the way in which you can place the product. A woman would want, when she's having pregnant and she's having this belly coming up, she's going to have actually, stretch marks and all those things. Make sure you make her believe that, an oil massage actually can help to maintain your skin integrity, right? So you can start with a person who doesn't want to consume anything by telling only applying Gano oil can actually help you with your skin, maintain your skin, and also help you in a good delivery. Okay, because nice lubrication can make sure that you have a normal delivery. Okay, this is very important. So for me, I would definitely say yellow oil. Okay, second, I would try to convince her that, you know, your blood was meant for you, but now you have another one inside you. And your blood is sharing by another one inside. Now you need more nutrient. Your doctor has already prescribed you multivitamins, but these are all chemical derivatives. Can we put in some natural derivatives, some natural multivitamin, like vitamin B1, B2 and all those things? Your child needs it. And I say, yeah, is there something like that? There you have Spirulina. Okay? Most of the women, pregnant women will have swelling on their legs, okay, because water doesn't have, pass out so easily. You have to explain them, taking RGGL is very, very important. They can help in cleansing your system, because the more cleaner your system, the baby will be much better. You understand? So find a reason to give them a little story, and about the product. Don't give too much complication, and you will be able to convince that person to try it, because every product of ours actually has some benefit to the body, and overall there will be a long-term benefit. You know, somebody has a neurological family history and some problem in the family. You should make sure, take your lion's mane along with when you're pregnant. Because your great-grandfather had Parkinson's. Do you want your child to inherit those genes in you? Make sure that you are supplementing yourself enough that the neurological development of your child is better, and they will agree to it, right? So you make sure that every product, you need to have that one tagline that you're able to sell. Infants, we have Cocozi. You can give them Spirulina. School children, again the same stuff you can give. Then we have teenagers. Teenagers can hook on to coffee. Coffee can be really helpful for them, right? Because they go through the hormonal changes. Their body already is acidic on the top. They live a lifestyle that is acidic. You want more cleansing, okay? So make sure they take RGGL if they take. If not, make sure at least they take the coffee. Make it simple. Then married couples, make them two individuals. Make them believe that only when you're healthy, plan a child. Don't plan a child when you're unhealthy, because you're guaranteed that your child will be unhealthy, right? So become healthy first, make yourself fit and fine for 3 months, and then plan to have a child, okay? So conception can be done only after you have maintained a good health. Seniors, definitely digestion goes down. We have supplements like Spirulina, RGGL, but here you need other things like vinaigrette, more enzymes you need more in the old age. Right, so make sure that you can even try to convince them that. We are going to very soon launch virgin coconut oil, and that's the organic virgin coconut oil, and that's going to be an amazing product, because it is very much needed in this part of the world because of the kind of psychiatric and the mental illnesses that are coming up, the neurological diseases. Okay, so again, very good for the heart. So we're coming up with that. And finally, these people will definitely come to you after they have lost all the battle, the sick people, okay? So don't worry too much about them, let them be down on the list. Think about the people whom you can save, okay? And these are the people you need to educate. They might, out of 10, 2 might understand, 8 might go away, but when they fall here, out of the 8, they will come back to you, okay? So your job is to educate and tell. Next. Okay, so let's do a recap. RG is for detox, okay? RG is for detox. Next, G. GL is for balance. Okay? Next. Spirulina for nutrition. Okay, simple, nutrition for the blood. Okay? Next slide. Okay, now here coffee. Coffee is very, very good. And when we say our coffee, basically coffee has caffeine and it's a little acidic. But what the combination of coffee with Ganoderma does is suddenly making the acidic coffee an alkaline coffee, okay? Because coffee itself is diuretic, and you add another thing, it's like the two people pushing me, right? Suddenly, the same coffee becomes an amazing coffee and a healing coffee. And you get the benefits of coffee, like anti-stress, it relaxes you, it can actually even heal you from different conditions because of its effect, diuretic effect. Now everybody have this sweet tooth, we say, we love sweet. Yes or no? Around 300 years, 400 years back, people did not like sweet. They all liked bitter, because bitter was their favorite taste. So you look at tea, coffee, cacao. They all was these primary things that they use, and bitter was always better. But unfortunately, with the advent of sugar in our diet, sugar became the primary thing, and we now are hooked onto sugar. Sugar is so acidic. I mean, I would say if you quit sugar, you're already taken 50% of your health in your hand. Okay, sugar is that dangerous. So make sure that when you tell people our coffee is bitter, but it is better. Okay, next slide. Yeah, so we have varieties of coffee, the 3-in-1, the 2-in-1. Idea is to get the people the 3-in-1 first, so they like the taste. Do people like the taste of 3-in-1?
Yeah.
Yes. Give them that, and finally, when they give them, you try to convince them the health benefits of the 2-in-1, because ultimately we want them to go on the 2-in-1, the coffee and the Ganoderma. Okay, so the journey begins. So the day they actually will become the 2-in-1 coffee lovers, they have already become your permanent followers or members. They will really follow you. So 3-in-1 is to bring them in. 2-in-1 was to keep them healthy. Getting a point? 3-in-1 also does that. See, now these are coffee types we have. Okay, we have different varieties of coffee so that people can choose. The idea is to have a coffee with Ganoderma. Okay, some coffees have a little sugar in it, some are without sugar. Some have cream in it, some are without cream. Okay, so the idea is to give the choice to a person to make his choice of coffee. So you take a coffee, but my suggestion as a physician is that ultimately you have to go on the bitter coffee. Okay, the 2-in-1.
No cream, no sugar. But what about if it's black coffee? Some of them it's just black coffee, and some of them with Ganoderma, because I thought that.
No, it's all the coffees have Ganoderma.
Okay.
All the coffees have Ganoderma, and we have coffees with even cordyceps mushroom. Okay, cordyceps is another mushroom. Okay, so next slide, please. So coffee is actually healing. Okay, very, very beneficial. Drinking coffee 2, 3, 4 times a day can really help you. Really, really help you. Okay, so this is the cordyceps coffee. Cordyceps is another mushroom, a parasitic mushroom that actually has amazing healing properties. The primary function of cordyceps is on your lungs. It improves your lung efficiency so that you breathe well. Now, when you breathe well, you have more oxygen intake. More oxygen intake means more stamina, more vitality, more energy, and that's what this coffee can do. For whom this coffee is beneficial? For people who are like having a busy life, they need more energy. People who are in sports, right, working out in gym, for them this coffee is good. A lot of time people go in the gym and they work out and they take a coffee, right? So this coffee can actually be a booster for them, for that extra energy that they need. Okay, so next.